can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Great Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie. And on this week's episode, it was Action Franchise Week. And the winner of Action Franchise Week was the 2002 action adventure, The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Identity was written by Tony Gilroy and William Herron, based on the novel by the same name by Robert Ludlum, and directed by Doug Liman. The Bourne Identity The Bourne Identity stars Matt Damon, Franka, Potente, Chris Cooper, Clive Owen, God Brian Cox, Adewale, Akinnuoye-Agbaje, shout out Adebisi, Walton, Goggins, and Julia Stiles. Alongside me, Jesus Christ, that's cousin Benny.
Is that my name? Because I could tell that Ryan weighs 215 pounds, and at this altitude, I could run for a half mile before my hands start shaking.
That is your name. And alongside the cuz and myself, good friend, co-host Ryan. Ryan, how we doing?
I don't know who you guys are, but it's nice to be here.
You're the only person I know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you two are the only people I knew, I think that'd be pretty good.
Oh, please. I'd love to be traipsing around Europe with the two of you.
Oh, please. That's daddy and his mommy.
Yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. We usually come up with some kind of theme and put it up to a vote. Like this week was Action Franchise Week, so we went Bourne Identity against John Wick, Equalizer, and something else that I forget.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. I was actually kind of surprised Bourne Identity won. I thought maybe John Wick would take it or Equalizer. I don't know, but here we are. Matt Damon's a powerful draw, I guess.
But we can't get away from him. We tried to excommunicate him, and he's back.
Why did we hate him again? What did he do?
He did like a little commercial with Andrew Schultz. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For a year and a half.
Yeah. Cut off. Matt Damon. But anyway, so yeah, that's why we're here. Glad you're here with us. You should follow us on Instagram, Let the Boys Watch Pod, and email us at ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. And also, Ben, tell them where else they should do stuff.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube. We post our episodes every week. You can subscribe there so you don't have to search through Will Ferrell clips every time you search for Let the Boys Watch. And every time we post a video, it'll pop up on your home screen. So subscribe, join in on the conversation, leave us a comment, suggest movies that you want us to watch, tell us why our opinions are whack, or maybe you agree with us, but let us know in the comments below on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, do all those things, please. I mean, you're not gonna, but you should.
We'd love it if you did.
What else are you doing? You gonna scroll fucking Instagram for half an hour? You could be commenting on our videos. That'd be fantastic.
What are you ticking and talking?
Ticking and talking?
Stop it.
Exactly. What are you doing? Getting mad about the Epstein files? Come on. I got your Epstein right here.
Those don't exist. It's all a hoax.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The thing that was campaigned on for a year was actually a hoax.
Yeah. Did you get got for the 3,000th time in the last 10 years?
Oh,
I believed him. I believed him. I couldn't believe it.
Got. Just like Chris Cooper got in this movie. Oh, spoilers.
Oh.
Speaking of spoilers, so let's start with a quick summary, and we'll get into our plum scores and some kind of overall impressions, and then we'll just have a wide-ranging conversation about the movie because that's what we do here. We don't plan any of this. This is right off the cuff. All this.
No, it's like Jason Bourne. We just go by instinct.
Yeah. We should have called this podcast the Treadstone Project because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So if you haven't watched Bourne Identity, or you're like me and haven't seen it in 10, 15 years, and by the way, have you boys seen it? I don't remember.
First time for me.
Okay. So Bourne Identity starts with we meet our good, handsome friend, Matt Damon, just floating in the water, gets picked up, doesn't know who he is. we're also in the dark. We don't know who this fucking guy is. He's just, who knows? Still good looking, got shot a few times. But hey, I'll follow Matt Damon in his, nonsense. Why not? Gets dropped off in Europe because he has in his hip sewn in a little laser chip that tells him about a bank account in Zurich. Goes there, um, gets, I don't know, a bunch of money, a gun, bunch of passports. So he's still like, who the fuck am I? What is going on? Goes to the embassy, gets not arrested, but they confront him. He, all of a sudden knows how to do fucking crazy martial arts shit and is climbing on buildings. He meets Marie, gets a ride, and then it unfolds from there. He finds out that he's being chased by some agency, goes to a couple of places, gets attacked by Clive Owen, which is an awesome scene. They finally end up back in Paris, and he confronts Chris Cooper, who I forget where he's from, but I love him, I think. And Julie Stiles is in it, because why not?
And she
And
dances.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
a young
save the last dance
Goggins.
for me, babe.
And a young Goggins. Hairline still looking the exact
Yes.
same.
Goggins. Yes, he shows up.
That's your guy. That's Benny's guy, Goggins. They
I
talk on the
saw him in
streets. They talk on the streets.
yes, I saw him in the city, in the village. He was on the phone.
Is he talking to
Shout
you?
out. No, please. He couldn't even be bothered.
Did you give him like the nod or something?
Nah,
I,
nah, nah, I let him go. He seemed like he was buying a house or something.
must be nice.
Sick, sick.
Yeah, cool. Good for you, guy. Uh, that's that Born Identity money. Buy you a house, you know?
That's true. Getting the royalties from us watching it.
Yeah.
We drove so much traffic to it.
Ah, we must. I mean, it's a 23-year-old movie. Who's paying attention to it now?
Not us.
Not me.
Not even close.
No. So I guess let's start as we always do with some overall impressions and maybe for those of you that haven't seen it, a little, I don't know, what your thoughts were going in, if you had ever intended to see it, if you saw any of the others just randomly. I don't know. Benny, you want to start? Robbie, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll go since I haven't seen it. Yeah, there's not much I knew about it other than that he didn't know who he was in this first movie. I know he killed somebody with a pen, and the line that Robbie so famously said early on, I was waiting. I guess it wasn't in this movie, but Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne. I can't wait for that. So now I got to keep watching. But no, I really, I had a vague idea that it was the type of movie that it was, action. Um, wasn't expecting too much from it. Did I plan on seeing it? No, I didn't plan on seeing it, but I figured I probably would at some point. Uh, it was, I think, either my third or fourth choice. I really wanted to start John Wick, and I was kind of into the Equalizer because I wanted to see Denzel. Um, but hey, this is what won, and this is what we watched.
Yeah. See what we do for you, the listeners and followers. Could have watched anything we wanted, but we chose to watch what you wanted us to watch.
Yeah, so follow us on
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah, come on.
Please.
Robbie,
Good.
what about you?
Yeah, the same with Benny. Really wasn't my first choice. I've seen John Wick, but I like John Wick. I haven't seen the Equalizer, and I haven't seen any Mission Impossible movies. So I would like to see that, but Cruise is Cruise, and I'm not really a Cruise guy. It's the usual cat and mouse game here. I feel like it's Memento light, but it's it's okay. I enjoyed it for what it was. I haven't seen it in 20 years, so it was nice to see some familiar faces that really weren't kind of blown up. Probably Clive Owen and Walton Goggins and stuff like that. So that was nice to see. Let's see young Brian Cox looking like $1 million. And yeah, that's really it. I enjoyed it. Cat and mouse. Um, and shout out Matt Damon.
Yeah, looking good. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't know, minimum 10 years. I've seen I think I've seen all of them except like I think it was called Legacy with whatever the
Renner,
fuck his name is. Um,
Jeremy Renner.
yes, thank you. And I like the series. I think, and we'll get into it a little later. I'm not sure it holds up as well for me. but we'll talk about it. But I still enjoyed it. I like a movie like this. Love a good car chase, a good, like Robbie said, cat and mouse. The overreach of the federal government and their murderous ways and all that fun stuff. And I mean, Matt Damon, of course, the best. Um, I also didn't realize that Doug Liman, who directed this, also directed Swingers and Go just prior to this. So good for him for parlaying that into a franchise. And Gilroy wrote maybe my favorite Star Wars story because he did Rogue One and the recent Andor series, which I thought was very good.
Oh, I
So
thought you were going to say episode one.
yeah, I fucking love what's his name.
Hey-
What the fuck's his
Jar
name?
Jar Binks.
Yeah. Uh, hello there. Oh man. I I don't dislike episode one, but it's campy. It's pretty bad. Anyway. Um so yeah, that I'm I'm glad it won, I guess. I think probably John Wick or Equalizer I would have preferred, but it was a good watch. I enjoyed myself. Any movie that's not fucking Paw Patrol or Bluey, I'm into. So at this point.
Yeah, I've been dying to start watching John Wick though, so that's why I was really hoping to get the ball rolling on that.
Let's just at some point, let's just do it. We're not
We will.
forget it. Forget the vote. We'll just do it one day when we feel like it.
Yeah.
John Wick
Exactly.
week. Uh,
Keanu.
Keanu. I know Kung Fu. Um, yeah, we should do Keanu week, but I guess maybe not. Maybe we'll do John Wick on its own and then do Keanu week at some point. Speed,
Yeah.
Matrix,
Point
Bill and
Break.
Ted, whatever we want.
Point Break.
Point Break. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Swayze, forget about it. Looking like a million trillion.
That hair is
Oh,
alone a million trillion.
amazing. Absolutely amazing. Rest in peace.
Oh my God. Um, should we do some scores and then get into it? What do you
Let's
think?
do it.
Does anyone want to start?
Not me, no.
I'll
Because
go.
he was a you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'll go. So originally I was gonna score this in the sixes, and not because I didn't like it. I did like it. I just thought, it kind of is what it is. It felt super 2000s to me. But I thought about it a little bit, and I want to go a little bit higher, so I'm gonna go 7.3 on this one. Because one of the things that I really liked about this movie, thinking about it afterwards, was it was an action movie, yes, but there wasn't that much action, and they really didn't go super over the top with everything, except like the end when he he body surfs down the, which was awesome. I mean,
It was
that was
awesome, but
yeah,
stupid.
so ridiculous. But I kind of liked that they built a lot of tension, and it wasn't like this over the top, which I'm sure the next three or four Bourne movies are just like absolute craziness where it's just nonstop action from beginning to end. Um, so I think that I would probably score the next few movies lower. That's just kind of how I feel with like action franchises. They're always just trying to go bigger. See the Fast and the Furious movies. But I like this as a starting off point. I'm not really sure where they can go from here. I felt like this was. I was thinking about this movie. I was like, what if this was just a one-off movie and that was the end where they left it? But they'll never do that with money. They'll never leave money on the table. So I'm kind of going all over the place. I enjoyed it. I'm interested to watch the next few. I like that this wasn't super over the top. It felt very early 2000s cheesy, and it was in some ways. There's like weird green screen in a lot of places. Um, anyway, I'll leave it there. 7.3. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same realm. I'm gonna go 7.8. Um, I like it. I enjoyed it. I think I don't like it as much as I probably liked it whenever it is I watched it 10, 20 years ago. It just feels a little dated, and that's a shame because it's not necessarily the movie's fault because it was made at that time. Um, it's not that's the technology they had and whatever. It's just but like you're right, it does feel a little like 2000s a little bit cheesy in parts. I mean, there's awesome scenes in it, don't get me wrong. The car chase scene's fantastic, and the scene with Clive Owen is great. And those are timeless. Those are any spy movie could have those scenes in them. But I especially didn't like while the fight scenes were good, they also annoyed me because they did a lot of that like fast motion and like quick cuts and like change camera angle real fast. And I'm like, I fucking hate when they do that shit because then it makes me think that they did the fight in slow motion and then sped it up to get
Or it
like,
was just so bad that they needed to like hide
yeah,
the fakeness.
something like that. And I mean, allegedly the a lot of the stunts were done by Damon and he trained and whatever. And like, not saying he can't do some of these things, but it just came off like I think they were doing it stylistically, but it came off to me like they were trying to hide a little bit. But again, I liked it. And if I don't remember, but you saying the next like two, probably you would score lower. I'm pretty sure I like either the next one or the third one more than this one, but I
Okay.
don't remember. They all kind of blend together. But I liked it. Um, I'm happy we watched it, but not my favorite.
You're the same. I think I could have done with maybe, 15 minutes, 20 minutes less. I think it kind of dragged on a bit. I think 2 hours was too long for this movie. I thought it was good. I thought Matt Damon was great in this movie. I love Clive Owen. Again, you got to suspend disbelief when it comes to these spy movies. You know, people just getting Matt Damon's not going to get shot. He's going to be, he's going to dive, double Dutch out of there, and it's going to be whatever. So it's to be expected. But no, I enjoyed it. It was good. It wasn't my favorite. Would I watch it again? Probably not. But I haven't seen two, three, and I'm not going to watch one with Jeremy Renner because whatever. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 7.2.
Good
Nice.
score.
Yeah. I think we're all in the same. It's not
Yeah, his body would have been blown to
mush.
bits falling that and then the Rick. I mean, come on, it's what I hate, but it's just Die Hard 2 all over again for me.
Yeah.
No, but you see, he let him go, let him absorb it, and then he fell on top of
Got
him,
it.
so he's okay.
Oh, yeah. I did
After he
maybe
had
that's
the
just
perfect headshot falling at terminal
yeah.
velocity.
Well, it's like, well, water's soft. If I fell, 100 feet, like I'd be fine. Probably not.
Exactly. And he's not wrinkling up. He's not pruning up in the Atlantic Ocean wherever he was. Come on.
Right?
Please. I
Yeah,
need to know a skincare routine.
I know. I need it now.
definitely need it. Yeah, I forgot about that when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, that's bad. But like at the same time, like you said, it's awesome. It's just fucking stupid.
Please, I mean, if I had $1 for every time I woke up floating in the middle of the Mediterranean and got picked up on a boat by a guy named Giancarlo, I mean, please, I'd be a millionaire.
Let me tell you something right now, okay? It's a hot take here. It's a super duper hot take, but I'm out on Matt Damon. Out.
Completely?
Completely.
Yeah. Every time I
Odyssey,
see him,
not watching it?
Odyssey, I'm watching, okay? But that's not because I'm asking for John Berthal. I'll watch it for Johnny. Um, but there's something about him that every time he's on the screen now, I can't stand him. The David Beckham commercial with the wings and things. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think it was the Schultz thing. I think I really got triggered by seeing him, and now I don't want to see him ever again.
I mean, something like that can really ruin your perception of somebody, and it just annoys you to see them for the rest of your life.
Yeah, like if I find out my favorite athlete's a DJT supporter, we're done.
Shout out Nick Bosa.
Well, actually, we're back.
Wow. All right. Ben, where are you on the Matt Damon scale right now?
Um, I don't know. I think I'm still in. I didn't have to watch the two of those jabronis on screen together, so I don't know if he's tainted. But I mean, the man can act. He's doing flips. He's speaking 5 different languages. I'm still in, tentatively in. I gotta trust the word of the cuz, and I got him at arm's length at this point. Um, but we'll see. The Odyssey is going to be big for me on whether I stay in or I decide to pull the ripcord.
That's fair. Yeah, I
What
mean,
about
if Robbie says he's out, that immediately drops him several points for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm just above neutral right now. It could very easily drop into hater territory, but I don't know. I still Good Will Hunting, I love so much that like it's gonna be hard for me to really hate him. But listen, if Robbie hates him, I gotta take that into account.
you're
Okay,
unnoticed?
yeah, there are notice, but I will watch Good Will Hunting. There's just something about him in this movie, and then beyond. I just didn't enjoy. Like Departed, please, I'll watch him all day. I'm contradicting myself as the minutes pass, but it just is what it is at this point. I mean, I don't know if Benny or myself were out on the rock before people were out on the rock, but now look at the rock. He's
Yeah,
phony. He's fake. We hate him.
and nobody likes him anymore. I'm in on the Rock wrestling wise. I'm
Heel rock.
completely out on acting Rock, and I have been for a while. I always thought Cena was better,
Yeah, agree.
I saw
And
and
something. Go ahead.
potentially Batista the best of all of them.
sure,
Did you guys
it's a
ever
hot
see
take.
Suburban Commando though? With Hulk Hogan?
No, no, no.
No, please. He's the best.
Is that
The
the one he had to
best.
shave his mustache for? And he
I
came
don't
back
know,
to
maybe.
WCW looking like a weirdo.
The Hulkster. Never told a lie.
The most honest guy in wrestling.
One of the most honest guys in wrestling.
Yeah. Definitely had the backs of all his fellow wrestlers, didn't try to get them not to unionize, that kind of stuff.
No, never.
It's gonna be a no for me, brother.
I saw some shit, it was so fucking funny about The Rock today on Reddit, and now it's gone. And if I say it now, I'm gonna totally butcher it, and it's gonna be stupid, but I have to mention that it was very funny, and they fucking crushed him. So fuck him. Uh,
Was it when
Dwayne.
was it when he was about 400, his net worth was about $700 billion, and he surprised his mom with a Toyota Tacoma on Christmas like it was fucking a Lear jet.
that's like if I bought my mom like a fucking Baby Ruth candy bar.
Yeah.
Good
And she
job,
re
Rock. Wow.
yeah,
A $40,000 Tacoma. Good for you.
yeah.
Definitely
Sick.
base edition. No power to anything in that
No,
Tacoma.
no AC.
Yeah, the roll down fucking windows too.
Um, all right. Where were we? I don't know. Born Identity.
One
Just
identity.
chatting.
Yeah, just chatting about The Rock. Um, I don't know. Where you guys want to start? Like, I will say, like I said before, there are a couple of really good scenes in this film. Um, the car chase, for one, I think was exceptional. And the scene with Clive Owen, I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can tell me, but it was just so good. Just them chasing in the high grass and stuff. I love that. Plus, Clive Owen's awesome. Um, but yeah, like it just wasn't all the way there for me. And the old computers just really took me out. And I know it shouldn't, but it totally did.
Yeah, I mean this falls into a lot of the tropes with like action movies with like just some bad acting and like not bad acting but bad dialogue. Like I think of some of the scenes with the boss and then Brian Cox, like just some of the conversations they had. I was just like, do we need that?
Yeah.
Like they just not. And they had the same conversation like three times, like, "Oh, it's my ass. I got to answer for this. Oh, don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back." Like we had that conversation like four
Yeah.
times. Um, I don't, I don't know how I feel about the twist of him getting, whacked at the end of it. Like I guess that's kind of going to be how they, I guess, bring him back into the fold. Like if I had to guess where this is going, is he comes back to work for the government again. I don't think it's going to be them chasing him for the next three movies. I feel like they're like, hey, we need you. Like that's going to be how we get the next story. Because like I said, I feel like this ended in a spot where I was almost like, all right, that's a good one-off movie. Like how are there three more of these or two more of these? So that's my guess is he's whacked. Let's let bygones be bygones. There's this new threat, and we need Jason Bourne again because you're the only one that can handle this.
The only one with the skills we need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, first, no comment on your predictions. Second, I agree. I didn't really think of that, but like it almost kind of feels like corporate meddling. Like they'll like put another explanation in there. I think people aren't going to understand this part. Um, and I did read some like stuff that was saying that, Universal was trying to get him to do certain things and whatever. And allegedly it's a somewhat good depiction of the novel, but like it's definitely not super faithful. And the other films are just like way off. They don't follow the novels at all, allegedly.
So I didn't even know this was a book, but there are multiple in the series.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't read any of them, but
Robbie, have you seen any of the other ones?
No, I stopped at this one. I don't know. I went through a phase where I didn't see any movies for like 2 decades. And I just kind of picked up. No, I didn't. I don't think I was really that crazy about it to watch it again. I get sidetracked and bored pretty easily with different types of movies, so I didn't watch it. But I did not like Chris Cooper in this movie for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a
I just think
dialogue.
he was over the top sometimes. Yeah, it's just I wasn't a fan. I think he's an Academy Award winner too. I didn't
Really?
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what like I didn't dislike anybody in the movie. I just think the dialogue was bad.
Yeah, I think so too. And I had a docket at least two whole points right off the bat. When that guy was fighting Matt Damon, he just jumped out the window.
That's like some like zombie like vampire type thing where they just like launch themselves out the window just to get away.
yeah.
Yeah,
I do like that he didn't survive that though.
yeah.
Like he just offed himself. I was expecting to in the beginning when he's him and Giancarlo are talking and like they almost get into a fight and then he just says, "Oh, I don't know who I am." And I was really expecting it to like dark screen and just the Bourne Identity title came up and I didn't get that. And I was like, "Oh, you missed that opportunity. It would have been perfect."
That was a good one.
That would have been good. Maybe you could do that for what your famous podcast, What Happens Next?
What happens next? Yeah, only on Google Podcasts. That's the only place you can find that podcast.
There was one cool deleted scene that I was able to see though, is when he's talking to that I think the French girl, and he's trying to teach her how to do some defense moves, and she's like not doing it, and he gets angry at it, and he's like, this shit, you see this shit right here? This shit's easy for me, and so
Sitting here
that was
watching
good.
you fuck it up.
But that was a good deleted scene. I think it was the extended cut.
My
Director's cut, yeah.
I will say, like I said, like I felt like this movie, as ridiculous as it is, because it is ridiculous, was more grounded in reality than I was expecting it to be. Um, I really enjoyed the scene of the German girl going into the hotel, and he's like, "You got to do this, count how many steps, and do this, and this." And she comes out, she's like, "Yeah, I got him. I just asked for him." And I
Yeah.
was like, "All right, I like that. That was, I like how she wasn't just like there." Like she had some kind, she had some back and forth with him. She wasn't just like a prop that he was carrying around the whole entire movie. So that was a nice bit of levity, like where it was starting to get super technical about all these skills that he had, and you know, just to break the tension there a little bit and not go so crazy. Count the steps, how many people, what hair color does everybody have? That was just a nice little, I guess, misdirection.
Yeah, that's good. It does feel like while there are definitely some ridiculous things like body surfing, blowing up the car with one shot, and a few
So
other.
I don't think that was a. Oh, it was the car, right?
I
It was
think
the car they got there in. Because I thought I was looking, I was like, that's a little ridiculous for a car. When I saw what was blown up, it looked like it was like those big gas tanks that like sit outside your house.
maybe that's what it was.
That's what it looked like. But then I do remember like they drove a car there, and I don't know how they were leaving. So I don't know.
Yeah, it might. Regardless, yeah, it's whatever it was. It just anytime the action star like blows something up with like one shot, I'm always just like, all right, like whatever.
And that's what I liked about the sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
The car chase. Like it was just like, oh, the motorcycle just slid in it, like the car dented. That was it. It didn't like explode and like people
Yeah,
flying out and everything. So
yeah, that was good. Um, but overall, pretty much everything in this felt fairly plausible. Like it felt like it very easily could happen, and it's like, all right, like it's believable. Like the government probably could do all of the things that it said, that it was doing in here, tracing all this and that. It did seem a few things did seem ridiculous how they were able to find certain things. The fact that he found her in Greece is 1,000% ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, maybe she was posting to her MySpace page. I have no idea. But
she's on Friendster.
yeah, her away message said, "Jason, if you find me,
Meet me in Mykonos.
meet me in Mykonos." Oh my God. Um, but yeah, overall, it definitely felt like believable, which I think is the best part about a spy thriller. When it goes like too crazy, then you're like, I mean, people aren't really doing some of this crazy shit. So that's when it gets sometimes too much.
What do you think? And I don't know if they explain it later on in the series. Does he just have amnesia just because he got messed up, shot, and was just laying in the water for a couple of weeks, or was it something? Does he have like a chip or something? Did they like turn him off? But they would have known. They were pretty clueless as to like what is he doing? What's his motivation? I don't
That
know.
That's why
I
there's sequels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they did that on purpose so they could make more money.
true.
Yeah. Um,
SOBs.
I will say, and it isn't spoiling anything at all, but I feel like watching this first one, based on what I know about the other movies, I'm like, it's almost like it made less sense, this film, as a film in and of itself. Whereas because I know more about the backstory, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I was like, if you're watching this for the first time, you're just like, all right, well, what the fuck is Treadstone? Like, what is going on? And I mean, they could have just left it at that as a standalone film and just, you have Brian Cox and the congressional hearing just being like, yeah, it was a strategy game. It didn't work out. Moving on. And,
Yeah.
that's probably tons of shit happens like that. But yeah, I think and maybe that's why I like, again, I don't know if it's the next one or the third one, but I like pieces of that and learning more about it and stuff.
Robbie, will you watch the next one?
Yeah, probably. I would.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I want to watch it at some point.
With the way the Sonos is blasted, please, I'll watch anything.
Oh,
You got to get the sub now. You
yeah.
can really blow your bees off.
That's a must.
Do you have the other speakers too, or just the soundbar?
No, I got the two Sonos ones. First person to get it. First person to get it. Right here, this guy.
You are a trendsetter
No
on
one's
a
ever
lot
done
of
that.
things.
No one's ever done that before.
No, no. I said, Benny, you better get it. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And he got it.
Oy.
It's on my list to do, but I can't justify spending that money when I watch everything at like zero volume because I can't wake up the kids. So a couple years,
That's
I
what
think.
this was the first, and I had to because of the baby sleeping, but this was the first time I used the reduce loud sounds on Apple TV. I was kind of bummed about having to do that because there was a very wide range between dialogue and like explosions in this movie.
Yeah,
I
no,
will.
it was good.
Nice. Did
It
you?
was
And
good.
sorry.
No, go
Um,
ahead. That was it.
okay. No, it's seeing as you're, the originator of the Sonos, would you say that it enhances the movie that much, or is it just like, all right, it's louder, like I like louder?
No, it really did enhance the movie. I was not blown away. I think I was just in my old environment too confined. So I wasn't getting the blasting off the walls, blast off into, the fake moon landing. But no, it it was like cool. I was really enjoying it with
Nice.
that, the way it was sounding. It was nice. And I can pick up the background noise where previously I really couldn't pick up a lot of things. I was like, maybe I made a mistake, but baby, I didn't make a mistake. No way.
You're thriving.
Oh, forget about it.
And is that like kind of like surround sound where like you'll hear like a floorboard creak like behind you, and then there's like noises over here, sort of thing?
Yeah, like
Definitely.
I was hearing like background noises that I don't think I would
That's
really
cool.
pick up. I'm waiting to connect the two
Oh, okay.
background ones that I have to see when I go full blast and blow these doors off.
All right. It's on because now when we have a movie that the missus doesn't want to watch, I'm like, I guess I'll just go and watch them in the bedroom, and I put in my AirPods, and that's like, I blow my eardrums off. It's fantastic. Uh,
It's a must. It's a must get. It's a must get. But like you said, your kids would float into outer space if you put that volume up.
uh, at least they'd leave me alone then.
That's true. Well, it's a good thing.
Uh, um, I don't know. What else about Born Identity?
And it's really not a lot. I mean, what can you say? It's a popcorn movie. It was, like I said, it was good. I like the fact, again, that it was based more in reality, but there's not much meat on the bone here, really. Like
There
I am
really
intrigued.
isn't.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what's next. I'm glad we watched it.
Do we
Yeah, I
watch
would have.
the? Go ahead, Robbie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I liked it. I could have dealt without watching. I was kind of bummed when it won. Um, but I feel like John Wick is just boom, 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 boom. See you later. End credits. Like quick and easy to the point. And it's, you're not getting a massive plot. You're just getting Keanu going ballistic.
I need that.
But I would have loved to see the Equalizer 2. I haven't seen that. And like I said before, again, Mission Impossible, but probably some of those look pretty good. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by Mission Impossible. I don't know. Again, I'm with you on Tom Cruise. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not necessarily dying to see anything that he's in, but I do kind of want to see. I mean, it's legend at this point. Like, oh my God, he does his own stunts. He's sitting on top of buildings with a antenna up his butthole. He's hanging onto the side of a plane. He's riding motorcycles off cliffs and stuff like that, and parachuting off. So I do kind of want to see it from that standpoint. It's like the Fast and Furious movies. Like I haven't seen any of them, but the spectacle of them like flipping cars and apparently going to outer space in Nissan Sentras, I'm at least a little intrigued to like kind of see what's going on there.
You haven't seen any of the Fast and the Furious?
No, I've always for some reason I think it was when AEW first started, and it was we recorded this at about the time it starts, and I would always like put it on mute while we're doing the show. I always caught the end of the one with The Rock and Eva Mendes talking in his office at the end. I don't know what happened before or after that, but I seen that one scene because it's always on TBS or TNT. And that's the only thing I really know about it. And that and family. That's all I know.
Family.
That's all you
It's
need to
true.
know. I stopped at Tokyo Drift because that was the apex. I don't need to watch any other ones.
Yeah, I
I
watched one and
res
two. I never saw Tokyo Drift.
Missing out.
I respect the fact that like it's literally, just let's just see what we can do. Special effects, practical effects. Let's just see how nuts we can make it. So from that standpoint, And I feel like they lean into the corniness. Like they're not trying to win best screenplay. Like they're just trying to go nuts.
Yeah, it makes
It's true.
it makes fucking money. So why mess with that formula?
Goodness. Tons of money.
Well, all right.
Well, stay tuned for the next 12 weeks because we're doing every single Fast and Furious.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think there's much else to really discuss. Maybe we'll watch the next one sooner rather than later, but we'll talk about it. We'll discuss. Let us know. Let us know what you think. Comments, email, messaging, whatever. Thanks, Robbie. Tell him good night.
Good night to Clive Owen.
Oh, love
Good
him.
night, Julia Stiles. Good to see you pop up in this one.
Wife said no.
Love seeing her get work.
No.
Yeah,
Let
please,
the
Julia
boy
Stiles. Where you
watch.
been?
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned from his father. Let